Hey Libras, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be the monthly intuitive messages for the sign of Libra. If you resonate with any of these messages and want to dive deeper, there is a part 2 linked below for your convenience. On Vimeo or Patreon is where you can find the part 2s, okay? Libra, I want to go ahead and get started using the herbal astrology deck. Now, something I was already feeling with you and your energy, the first thing I heard was be mindful of the wanderings of the mind. Basically, be mindful of your imagination. Imagination is really powerful. It has the word magi in it, right? Imagination is something that is also part of manifestation, cultivation, even interpreting downloads, or even in your own intuition. It's also it's a creative energy, but be mindful about that, because wherever your mind goes, attention and energy follow, right? Hence, you could be bringing something into your reality that maybe you don't want to bring in. I'm not going to keep it, but Sage with Blessing just came out here. That card actually does speak to imagination too, on some level, like how we are pull things into our reality from the shadows or from the light, however you want to call that. But be mindful of the mind and your imagination. Another thing that I was getting to is I do feel like you are actually, because I saw sun and moon, sun and moon, sun and moon. I feel like you are doing what you do, right? You are the scales, you are balance, you are mediation, you are the middle. And I do feel like you are doing what you do best in terms of that. I heard holding. Hold on. Holding. It feels like you're holding self really nicely. It feels like you're holding, it feels like you're holding self really nicely. Just be mindful of the mind here. Because they're showing me a rose, but then it's like I almost feel stuff like distraction or clutter stuff, energetic stuff here, and it feels murky, and it feels like you could let murkiness in if you're not mindful enough to hold this self, to hold balance, to hold self. Number 3 may be significant for you as well. Yeah, I'm getting threes. Okay, that's just some basic stuff I'm getting from my Libras. Let's go ahead and pull some cards here. Any messages or insights for Libra at this time? For my Librans, I'm seeing sky. It's very air. It's very air element. It's very peaceful. You know, it's like something in me is tempted to say bird's eye view, but that's not it. It's like I almost feel like instead of like bird's eye view of like looking down from above, right? You're actually from below looking up, metaphorically, but it's peaceful. I think that's actually helping you to maintain your focus, maintain self and center. You're staying focused on peace, but why the sky? Why the sky? Feels very 3 of Wands. Feel like you're just keeping your eye on what's on the horizon. Thank you. Feels like you're just keeping your eye on the horizon and what's ahead of you, but not to the point where you're like getting anxious about it, or you're throwing yourself into the future, or you're thinking about the future too much. You're just kind of like, you're holding center and self and just waiting for whatever's coming to come. Peacefully waiting. Peacefully waiting. Okay. And, oh, am I taking these? No. Okay. Any messages or insights for Libra? Any messages or insights for Libra? I'm getting a little wave of sadness. I don't know. I don't think this is you. If it's you, then you know it's you. But it feels kind of like 5 of Cups to me. There may be someone around you who's sad, or maybe sad about you. Yeah, I'm just feeling sadness, but I feel like you're almost like trying to not let it throw you off your balance, but I am feeling sadness. Even if it belongs to someone around you. I feel like most of you, it's someone around you or someone sad about you in particular. Any messages or insights for Libra? You're not allowing anyone to take your peace at this time. I think that's really good. Any messages or insights for Libra? Let's see here. Ooh, You're almost in like elder mode here. We have tobacco with offering, Mars, Pluto energy, and then we have rhodiola with wisdom, Uranus, and Mercury. I keep getting so much air with you, which again, you are an air sign. I just felt this like crunch. Felt this crunch with the tobacco energy. Um, like almost like taking a flower or a piece of paper and like crumpling it up, like crunch, 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 crunch. You could be working with offerings. I don't feel that for most of you. It almost feels like something has recently been destroyed. This might be why there's sadness. If you're experiencing the sadness, find peace in the sadness. Because some of you, I think, are holding space for another person who's going through something in their life where something's been crunched or destroyed, damaged. I almost want to say the word damaged over destroyed. There could have been like a finality to whatever this is, but for some, it's like something has been damaged. Tobacco comes out when we are needing to be grounded and also wanting protection while we're traversing some things, okay? Tobacco is very, very, very grounding. I love tobacco. Rhodiola is more of a like mental energy, like activation of the mind, or even like breakthrough ideas, breakthrough information with rhodiola. I gotta be honest, Libra, this feels like knowing and understanding when something is damaged and needs attention, repair, and holding space for that, even if it's holding space for someone who's going through that. Some of you, it's also recognizing the wisdom in destroying something, or recognizing when something needs to be dismantled, even, is honestly what I'm getting. And again, I think that's why there's sadness and why there's such an emphasis on just hold your center, hold your center, hold yourself, hold yourself. Okay? So I want to reiterate this. Some of you are holding space for someone going through this. And it's like in doing so, you're also helping them to see the insight into why something has been damaged or even why it needs to be dismantled. And others of you, it's something in your life has been damaged or needs to be dismantled, and you're navigating that. Okay, very interesting. Let's go ahead and pull some other cards here. Let's do the Fae deck. The Fae has been wanting attention. All the decks that I use are linked below, by the way. The one that I used here for tobacco and rhodiola is the herbal astrology oracle. I was like, it escaped me for a minute. Okay. For Libra. For Libra. For Libra. Can I get a card for tobacco for Libra? Yeah, that crunch is really real. Like crunch. Can I get a card for tobacco for Libra? And again, I'm hearing damaged or dismantled. So take it as it resonates. I'm reading for a lot of people here. If something is damaged, can it be repaired? That's the question. If something has been dismantled, if you're in a situation where something's been dismantled, it kind of feels like it was necessary or is necessary if you're contemplating dismantling something. But for those in the damaged group, it's a matter of, can the damage even be repaired? Or do we need to move the damaged situation or thing to being fully dismantled? And again, some of you are holding someone's hand through their experience of that, and some of you are navigating your own. Can I get a card for tobacco, please? Some of you may be playing middleman, as you do. You all do that. Within a group of people. Most likely a family dynamic there. Can I get a card for tobacco for Libra? Can I get a card for tobacco for Libra? Ooh. 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 The bodacious bodak. Yeah, that screams damage to me. That screams damage. 59, that breaks down to a 5. This is one of the shadow fae cards. You see how he's like waiting and lurking and waiting and lurking and waiting and lurking. Protection is something that's been coming up in the collective. That also came up for Sag. I also have been observing people in the collective using that word a lot. So just keep that in mind. I think we're about to move through an energy or a wave of energy collectively where that's going to become a thing. Just be mindful about when we talk about protection, how much of that is influenced by the mind and beliefs, and also sometimes fear. So just be mindful there, okay? Yeah, I just, with the Bodacious Bow deck, all I feel is damage, 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 damage. It feels also a little bit like high alert. Again, I don't feel like it's you. I feel like for most of you, you're holding someone's hand through something. But if it's you, then you know it, okay? So that's the last time I'm gonna say that. But it feels almost like this feeling of like not being safe. I'm getting a little bit of Nine of Swords energy, almost maybe borderline paranoia. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a not safe, and someone might have lashed out from this place of not feeling safe or feeling kind of afraid, and then it damaged something. That's how it's feeling to me. That's how the Bodacious Bow deck is feeling to me. Almost like this, I don't want to say it. Oh, like all it takes is someone to just slip too far into fear for something to fully break. And even with that, it almost feels like someone has been trying really hard to put a lot of energy into like maintaining and maintaining and maintaining and maintaining, and then they have a slip. Like trying really hard to stay in the place of, I'm going to see this for what this is. I'm not going to let this get the best of me. I'm not going to let this get, I'm not, and then bleh, and then it just happens. That's how that feels. That's how that's feeling to me. Can I get a card for Rhodiola, please? Remember, be mindful of the imagination, the workings of the mind. Be mindful of that, Libra. Be careful with that. Can I get a card for Rhodiola for Libra? Okay, we got 2 cards out here. I can never pronounce some of these. Mikulamuckle? Mikulamuckle. And then we have Geo the Slow, Patience. Patience. I'm getting a childlike energy and literally like elder energy coming out here with this. I feel like what's going to help in this situation, Libra, especially if you are holding space for somebody, or even if you're on the receiving end of their stuff, I think what's going to help you is to, again, be patient. Excuse me. Be patient, but also be compassionate like a child would. Not act childlike. That's different, right? Being childlike and childish are different. That's what I meant to say. It's not a childish energy that it's asking of you. It's compassion. Compassion, playfulness, jovial. I'm hearing the word jovial. But even Geo the Slow is like patient, 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 patient. Be patient with somebody. If they're acting like this towards you, just be patient. I feel like anybody who's susceptible to that energy, they're fighting their own demons. Actually, they're more like not fighting their own demons. They're actually not facing their demons. Their own demons are getting the best of them. And even what I mean by that is their own fear, their own darkness is getting the best of them. And they may not be aware of it. And so they're projecting it out into the world. But I do feel even behind this energy, like someone has been trying to hold themselves accountable or responsible, and it's like they're hitting a breaking point. They just can't. But that's the problem, right? It's like trying to hold oneself versus recognizing that their own triggers, their own fears, their own insecurities are theirs, and they do need to deal with it. And if they're projecting onto another person like, oh, they're going to do this to me, or they're doing that, or they're saying that, or whatever, it's like those are projections, right? Those are projections, and the mind is powerful. The mind can make us see our own beliefs come to life, which means our own fears come to life, even if they're not really happening. You understand what I'm saying? So if this is something that's happening to you, the advice, be patient with yourself, get into that childlike sense of play and compassion and jovialness, right? And recognize your own emotions, your own fears, your own insecurities and projections for what they are, okay? Before any damage happens, because I just keep hearing crunch is what I keep hearing, like crunch. Even like think of it like a piece of paper, right? If you like crumple up a piece of paper and then you unravel it, it's never the same. It's never the same. Someone might not be careful with their words. I'm getting like mercurial energy, like very like crunchy way of speaking, but once you speak words, you cannot take them back. You can't. Once they're said, they're said. And a lot of times they're not forgotten. But if you're holding space for someone, be the example is almost what I want to say. Be the example and be patient with them, but don't compromise yourself, right? And be the example for them to be like that with other people. So I think you guys understand what I'm getting at here. Do we have time for other cards? Yeah, I think we do. I think we do. I'm actually tempted to pull tarot. Ooh, no. Actually, let's do this one. God, I haven't pulled this one out in a bit. My Chakra Wisdom Oracle. I don't even know if it's actually linked anymore. It should be. I just updated them, so I probably kept it. But Chakra Wisdom Oracle, can I get a card for offering? And Bodacious Bodak. Yeah, it's like waiting for confirmation that something is wrong. Is also what I'm getting to for whoever's susceptible to this energy. Like, you already think that someone's doing something. It's like you already have that in your mind. You already have that in your body. You're just waiting for them to confirm your fear. But isn't that confirmation bias, right? Like, I'm just saying, let's put it out there. Can I get a card for offering and Bodacious Bodak? Whoever's susceptible to the Bodacious Bodak could really benefit from some shadow work, okay? This feels a little bit like Halls of a Mentee going on here. Like projection to projection to projection. Can I get a card for Bodacious Bodak and offering for Libra? If anything, I think the best thing is if you are susceptible to this, whoever's susceptible to this in this reading for you, they need to just focus on themselves. Like, take the focus off the other person. Yeah, we have Quest. We have Quest coming out with that. Quest is I'm pretty sure it's like a throat chakra, third eye. Yeah, throat. They're saying the throat, honesty and truth and perception. Thank you. I'm also being drawn to the comparisons here. Are they seeing this or are they seeing this? Perception is everything. Perception is everything. Yeah, someone's letting their fear and insecurity, their inner demons, their darkness run the show more than they realize. Unfortunately, whether that's you or someone around you. But let's go ahead and move over here to Wisdom and Geo the Slow, Mickle Muckle. I think that's how you say that. What is the truth? What is the truth? Friend, foe, danger, safety. What's the truth? What's the truth? Wow, a lot of blue. A lot of blue here, Libra. We have impatience. Interesting. And faith. Let the truth be revealed. That's what I'm getting with that. Let the truth be revealed. When things are murky like this, the best thing to do is to focus on the self. So if you're helping someone through this, tell them that. Like, stop thinking about that person. Stop doing this, that, or the other. Just focus on yourself. And the truth will be made obvious. The truth will be made obvious. Yes, someone's getting really caught. I can't get away from it. Really caught up in the makings of the mind here. And if this is you, trust that all will be revealed and just focus on yourself. Focus on what makes you happy and be patient with yourself and be patient with the situation, whether you're becoming susceptible or someone else is around you, okay? Yeah. Truth always has a way of coming to the light. Always. Always. Okay, let's go ahead and get into part 2. If this is where we depart, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see y'all later. All right, take care.